The Bondi attack there in Australia. Official statement by the Hyderabad police on the Bondi attack. Telangana police statement on the attack there. They've said the shooter, Sajid Akram, has an Indian passport. The attackers have been identified as Sajid Akram, 50-year-old father, and his son, Naveed Akram, 24-year-old son. The statement now by the official statement by Hyderabad police clearly says that the shooter, the father, Sajid Akram, has an Indian passport. And Sajid Akram, 50-year-old man who was killed on the spot, is originally from Hyderabad in India. He completed his BCom degree in Hyderabad and migrated to Australia in search of employment approximately 27 years ago. Now, one of the Bondi attackers, we're talking about Sajid Akram, the 50-year-old father, is from India. That's the statement right now given out by the police officials there in Hyderabad, clearly outlining that Sajid Akram immigrated to Australia 27 years ago. But Sajid Akram, the shooter of the Bondi attack, has an Indian passport. And he was carrying the Indian passport on date. And his son, Naveed Akram, and daughter were born in Australia, and they are Australian citizens. But Sajid Akram, the 50-year-old man, in his car, there were IEDs and also ISIS flags which were found. He has an Indian passport. All right, reading the statement of the official statement by the Hyderabad police on Bondi, and I'm quoting here: the attackers have been identified as Sajid Akram and his son Naveed Akram. Reports indicate that they were inspired by ISIS ideology, and Sajid Akram is originally from Hyderabad in India. He completed his BCom degree in Hyderabad and then shifted to Australia in search of employment. That's approximately 27 years ago. Remember, viewers, Sajid Akram is one of the shooters of the Bondi attack there in Australia. For more on this, my colleague Ashish is now joining me live. Ashish, what more can you tell us? Latest revelation that has emerged apart from the ISIS link which was established. Sajid Akram, the 50-year-old man, one of the shooters, has an Indian passport and is from Hyderabad.
Yes, you're absolutely right. So far, what we have learned from Hyderabad police sources, in fact, Hyderabad police have issued an official statement also on this whole episode, this incident, where Hyderabad police has found that this particular person, 50-year-old Sajid, he is a native of Hyderabad. He left Hyderabad in 1998, some 27 years ago. He studied here in Hyderabad. He studied commerce here. After having commerce graduation, he left to Australia on a student visa. And since then, he was not very connected with his family. In fact, his father died in 2017. And what our police sources are confirming us that during the death of his father also, he did visit Hyderabad or made any contact with the family. He last visited Hyderabad in 2022 to settle certain properties. He has a property dispute with few of his relatives. To clear those dispute as well as property, he visited Hyderabad in 2022. He currently had an Indian passport which he had acquired from Hyderabad. He was continuing that Indian passport in Australia itself. However, his son, who was also killed and named as an accused in the Bondi Beach attack case, he is an Australian citizen, as well as a daughter of him also born in Australia. So far, police agencies here in Hyderabad, they are investigating any further link, any further dubious action of Sajid here in Hyderabad. But so far, they haven't found any connection, any direct connection of Sajid to Hyderabad.
All right, Ashish, we'll come back to you shortly. My colleague Aditya is now joining me live. Aditya, there still needs to be more investigation on to the factors that led to the radicalization of Sajid Akram, because he seldom visited India and he rather shifted to Australia in 1998.
Well, that's right, Rahisha. This is big development coming at this. We are breaking this first on NDTV. This is a statement that we have received from Telangana Police. I just received this statement a few minutes ago. The Telangana Police has for the first time confirmed that the Bondi Beach, Sydney, Australia mass shooting suspect and terrorist Sajid Akram, who was shot down by the Australian police, is originally from India. He's from Hyderabad in India. From the western part of Hyderabad, in fact. And he was involved in this shooting. He was radicalized perhaps by the ISIS online. And what we also know at this particular stage is that there was continuously investigation that was underway from the Australian side, but the Indian side for the first time confirming that there is this Indian connection with it. But he studied in Hyderabad. He did his BCom from Hyderabad. Then in 1998, for better employment, he left for Australia. And for the last 27 years, Sajid Akram had been staying in Australia. He is carrying an Indian passport even now, but his son, Naveed, is in fact an Australian citizen because he was born in Australia. So that's a big development coming in. As of now, there is no criminal record or any details that the Hyderabad police or the Telangana police has identified in regard to Sajid Akram or any of his family members, but the investigations continue. We know that members of the Telangana police as well as intelligence agencies have quizzed family members of Sajid Akram who are in Hyderabad even today, their parents and other relatives, but they have said that they had broken relations with them and he was not in contact. There was some kind of a property dispute also that was underway in the last 3 years. It's being said that in 2022, Sajid Akram perhaps had visited Hyderabad last time, but since then had been away. But now it's a matter of investigation. The Indian side, the Indian investigative agencies and Indian intelligence will be cooperating with the Australian side as well. That's what we are learning. The Indian intelligence will be sharing whatever details they get about Sajid Akram with the Australian side, and then further course of action will be taken. As of now, it is clear that Sajid Akram and Naveed Akram were radicalized by ISIS, perhaps online or from Philippines angle. But there is no other India connection in this, apart from the fact that Sajid Akram was originally from India. Apart from that, there is nothing that has originated from India, be it radicalization, terror, or extremism.
Right, Aditya. So no India link apart from the fact that Sajid Akram, the 50-year-old man who was killed on the spot, he carried an Indian passport, but he seldom visited India. We will be tracking this story closely. Let's also now tell you about the other angle of the Bondi story, the Bondi attack which took place over the weekend. Well, yesterday on the show, we told you how the father-son duo, Sajid and Naveed Akram, who opened fire on families during a Hanukkah event, had IEDs and ammunition. A short while ago, we told you that he carried, Sajid Akram had an Indian passport. But what the Australian authorities have also said is that there were homemade ISIS flags which were also found in their car, in the car of the father-son duo, Sajid and Naveed Akram. The New South Wales police confirmed the younger attacker's vehicle contained IEDs and 2 homemade ISIS flags. So the Australian authorities have clearly outlined that there has been radicalization which has taken place on the father-son duo, perhaps deepening fears that the massacre at the Bondi Beach was a part of a broader attack plot than what was initially believed.